Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time to Eat and Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Tuesday, Mosh Pit. I hope your Tuesdays are going great here. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes in the weekend lull from this past weekend. Obviously, it's been very hectic around here, but I do want to say thank you all very much for the continued support, as well as on the Discord, on the Patreon, on the Twitch channel, everything. Thank you all so much during all this craziness. So here's your picture slash Godzilla of the day, sent in here by the J-Cub one. Title of the thread was Godzilla on a Tractor. And then in the thread, they also said, my dad bought his tractor for me to use this weekend. Wanted to share his latest sticker that he's added. And this is absolutely awesome. It said brought, not bought, sorry. My dad brought his tractor for me to use this weekend. And yeah, that's definitely Godzilla there. I love that there's two Godzillas in this picture if you look at the mirror there. So very awesome, very metal. And yeah, it's just a great time to be a Godzilla fan. Well, I mean, what can you say? It is the year of the G-Man. So thank you very much, J-Cub, and everyone who upvoted that one. Seed day is going to be 37 Romeo Echo, Romeo Foxtrot, 7 Foxtrot. We got good tiers, good damage, good shot speed, acceptable movement speed, and we're also starting off with scatter bombs. We do have to be a little bit careful about that. You see there, we did use the dull razor blade. We're starting off with a dull razor blade again, which is a little bit strange, but yeah, the starting stats ain't too bad. We also have Curse the Maze, which everyone apparently is. That's how they say corn. I'm told here. Yeah, ourselves a nickel. Wow, starting off hot here. We also have a temperance machine, so we can go back and get 15 cents easily if we wanted to go buy a premium item in the shop. And speaking of shop, well, let's see if we can get a key in there. That would be nice. This is basically a free bomb, so super secret room might be here. No. Well, we're not going to take Sharp Plug, because Sharp Plug is sharp bad here. High Priestess, we can use that to instant dunk the boss. That's fine. We don't have to worry about taking damage either, because we could just use the dull razor blade to activate the iframes if we do happen to get very close, or at least too close for comfort, with the High Priestess card. Just one Yave to get us going here. 0 Yaves. All right. Well, we did get a luck upgrade there. I'm going to go in the curse room first, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the dull razor blade to get out of the curse room for free. So essentially, we get out of here. We get in and get out for half price, and it's a good price, you know. There we go. Still looking for a Yave here, and we're just gonna just do that. Still looking for a key. I mean, the Ankh is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, obviously. It just doesn't give us anything that we care about right now. It gives us an extra life, so if something bad were to happen early on, we'd be able to at least resurrect. But man, the lack of keys here is just it is actually disturbing. Let's go find. Man, there's so many different walls that the super secret room can be at. If it wasn't at the most obvious, then it has to be maybe here. If it ain't there, sheesh, I don't know. Maybe here? Oh, but there's a random crawl space. Okay, hang on now. And it's a black market. Okay, now. Okay. We got the blanket and hive mind. We can play this judgment for maybe a key. I wouldn't mind getting just a regular old HP upgrade. That's a lot of tankiness we have early on. And we do get a regular old HP upgrade, which I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to take the blanket now. And I'm also actually going to take options. Reason being is because I want to, if we end up killing something that drops a consumable, we will have an option to take one or the other. And most of the time you get to see a key drop along with those. So I'm very happy that in this situation, options makes sense. We do get a tiers upgrade here, which is good. Let's go back and get these soul hearts that we have left behind. So a very good start, I gotta say. Scatter bombs is about the only dangerous thing that we have to worry about right now. And other than that, we're looking solid here. Very good stats all around, except for our movement speed. The tiers up and shot speed up definitely help out a lot. But yeah, I'll take this start over a lot of the other starts, especially lately here. We might as well buy this other soul heart as well. No reason not to. And yeah, I will take it. We can actually go. We can leave the. We can leave this floor behind by going through the crawl space and going into the black market. But I'm still going to go back here and grab this heart because we still have the temperance machine. We can get a little bit more HP out of it, and we might as well do that. That would take us back to at least 11 cents, if not more. So we shall see if this works. A blood bag payout would be awesome as well. I wouldn't mind getting a IV bag payout either, but it didn't happen, and that's okay. So yeah, this is definitely a banger start here. And of course, us having the protection of the blanket for bosses is also kind of a big deal. Got a sack room here, but unfortunately it's Curse the Unknown. We go on to last week's question of the episode, coming in from the Hurricane Guppy episode, which obviously was a riff on the current going-ons. With the at the time of that recording, the hurricane was hitting. So, well, actually, it was about to hit. At the time that it went out, it definitely hit. Sent in here by Lord Alucard, who finally got himself a question of the episode, and also Lord Alucard's been a long time supporter of the Mosh Pit on Twitch and also here as a YouTube member. So thank you, Lord Alucard, and glad you got your much deserved upvotes. Lord Alucard said, what is a new type of consumable that you would want to add? For example, I would like to see something like a golden ticket, which would allow you to be a tarot card that increases your held trinket to the golden version. I think that would be very cool. I would like to see more stuff like the golden pills, golden coins, golden hearts. I would like to see just a total rework of golden hearts, to be honest. It would be cool. Oh, I forgot we have options. It would be cool to have a heart that like was maybe a items that like that ramp up or stuff that you can gamble with. Like I'm always enjoying gambling in the game. But if we're looking for like just a totally new not even redesign, but just a totally new type of I'm gonna pass on Lost Contact. But we're looking for just a totally new type of thing in Isaac. That can't be a card, can't be a rune, anything like that. Won't be anything dice related. I would like to see like a different, some kind of meta currency would be very cool. Like the way that you see it in Hades, you see it in Dead Cells, where I wouldn't mind getting Bogo Bombs, to be honest. We need keys badly though. Some kind of meta progression that would allow you to pay for a boost on your next run. If we're not going to get like, hey, if you do optional boss A, then you get this buff. If you end up going to fight greedier, then on your next run you get more money, that sort of thing. If we're not going to get something like that in the game, which we definitely are not ever going to happen, that's never going to happen. I would like to see like a meta currency, something like gems or diamonds or whatever fits the aesthetic of Isaac, to make it more appealing to say like, hey, we saved up our gems and now we're going to cash it in because we got to do a Tainted Jacob run or like a Eden run that we got to go to Beast. Something like that would be very cool as far as consumables are concerned. I guess it's not really consumable, but that's one thing I would like to see there. Other types of consumables, I think it'd be really awesome to have a consumable like a mystery box, like a mini box or something like that. A mystery pack that would have a fairly decent shot at giving you a random item in the game, just any random item. A golden version of them. Let's call the mystery box. I was moving to dodge away from the Mega Troll Bomb, and the door opened right at the exact moment I was about to hit this wall, and Isaac just kept on walking through the door, so... Good God, man. I guess we're going with angel deals now. We also could have gone into the curse room, but I'm kind of ticked, to be honest, that we lost the devil deal because of that. Of all things, because of that. But yeah, I have like mystery boxes that like you could use. I mean, they're going to be consumable, so they should drop fairly often, maybe as much as sacks or something like that. And the more of the mystery boxes that you have opened, the higher chances that you get a better tier item. But of course, they can give you an item right off the bat, like a quality 4 item. I think that would be pretty neat. Or they have a chance to give like super consumables, like they give you a quarter, or maybe even like a 50-cent piece or something like that. You know, just something that can help ease the early game economy issues, especially if you end up getting stuff like membership card or something like that. That would be very neat. So refocusing back on this run here, we got plenty of HP, and we're going to continue to have plenty of HP because we didn't trade anything for a devil deal. The reason why we don't have a devil deal percentage now is because we have declined Stanley's offer, which means that we are now in favor with the Angels, which is generally speaking not where I want to be, at least not in this game. Temperance machine, might as well. Maybe we'll get a nice payout here, some more movement speed and some HP. I mean, we're at 21 cents. We've got consumables. We got bombs now, thanks to BOGO bombs. So not really any real danger of anything here early on, anyway. Love to get some damage eventually. I am happy that we did get the consolation prize, but I was so focused on the fact that like we just walked right out the door accidentally, then seeing I didn't notice what stat we got from consolation prize. Looks like it might have been movement speed. Not sure. All right, so we need to get either some kind of reroll happening, as in like a D6 or D100 even. Yeah, give me the chest. Hey, that worked out. We got a key for it. Mama Mega. Let's see what this is first, because it might be 2 of diamonds. It's not. I am going to take Mama Mega because it's essentially just a free floor. And I'm hoping that scatter bombs don't hit our donation machine. Okay, they didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't get a nickel, though. And with the way that this run is going, we are probably not going to make anywhere close to boss rush. So at least we can get into boss rush forcefully by using Mama Mega. But that's a big amount. That's a big commitment, though, to not have an active item for the next 2 floors. So we really, and there's no, I mean, the value there is going to be very speculative at best, because obviously boss rush is usually pretty bad. Let's just be honest here. But a 36% deal with an angel chance here. Dig room might be there. I'm not entirely sure. No, it can't be there because it's blocked by rocks. Ourselves a tin and rock right here. All right. And I'd be stupid to at least not try to see if magic mush is in there. It is in there! Oh, and mini mush too inside of the item room. Yo, baby. Oh my Gertie. Now we're cooking. Wow. We go from 1.15 movement speed to 1.75 in a span of maybe 5 seconds. On top of that, our damage is now 7.0 with the magic mush multiplier. And our range also got a huge boost as well. So wow, what a turnaround that is. And I gotta say, I gotta thank scatter bombs, because I would have, well, I don't know if that's totally true. I definitely would have taken a stab at all those mushrooms. I mean, the value that's there is just so good. Since we're not worried about boss rush, we might as well go see what else we can get. And these hearts now can be turned into... Actually, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I should have saved that for a sack room shuffle, but it's too late now. Very strong economy early on here in this run, and I am down for that. The secret room right here. I didn't even notice it. We can use a bomb here. This is not going to increase our chances of an angel deal. Kind of hoping for more money, but you know, aren't we all? We don't even need the movement speed upgrade now, but we're gonna get it anyway. Okay. Wow. So we have absolutely smashed the amount of movement speed. We gained 0.85 movement speed in like two minutes. So an incredible turnaround here on floor 3. You usually don't get to see this level of swing. That was a magical journey right there. There we go. I'm not going to take perfection. I'm going to take Dad's Lost Coin. I'll talk about perfection in a moment because people ask me why I don't take it. Okay. Well, the loss. I mean, it lets us take a free devil deal if we end up getting one. But yeah, talking about perfection, because lots of people do not know why I don't take perfection 99.9% of the times. The main reason is just because you get hit, it's gone. Okay. If there is even a mediocre trinket that's just a better option, I'm going to take that trinket because all it takes is one hit, and then your trinket is gone forever. Unless you have rock bottom, of course, then it doesn't matter. I would much rather my trinket slot not be vacant and have a mediocre item like doorstop or flat file, and neither one of those are mediocre, by the way. But I would much rather have something that is providing me with some sort of use rather than a trinket that gives me a whole bunch of a stat that we still don't know what exactly it does for us. Like luck rating affects sometimes affects your tiers rate or your tier procs and that sort of thing, but no one even truly knows what else luck rating does. I mean, even the devs don't really truly know what luck rating does in the game. So why am I going to reserve my trinket spot for something that has no discernible advantage to my build or to my run, rather than getting something that does have a marked effect on me winning and me being able to have a fun run and that sort of stuff. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. That one I would definitely argue more as it is not one of those just Invicta things. There's a level of strategy behind not having your trinket slot just totally occupied by something that you don't even know what it does for yourself, But if people want to call that just one of those silly Invicta things, then whatever. Big blue map here. I am going to bomb again. Hey, we finally got it. We did miss the secret room, so let's go back there. Again, we're not under any pressure right now. At this point, we are pot committed to using Mama Mega to get into the boss rush room. Okay. So obviously every damage upgrade that we get here is going to be a huge plus. I would like to see if we could get a little bit more tiers rate, and honestly just a really good tier effect. Eye of Belial will be fantastic. Then I definitely would regret not being able to take it, or not having something like that for shielded tiers if we ended up taking that, which obviously we didn't. No thank you to Damon's Tale. Oh yeah, we have scatter bombs. You can actually bomb this Rotten Beggar for even more of a chance for an Angel deal. We're at 90%. If we fail this at 90%, the whole thing's rigged. It's going to be Chad, which is not going to give us any kind of stat effect, unfortunately. Stat up, I should say. But, little Chad. Little Chad's going to give us a half heart every now and then, which could be useful. I maintain that I really wish that the game would have a second item pedestal or guaranteed reroll pedestal if you've been saving your resources for the static drops in Isaac, like little Chad, little Gish, the Horseman, that sort of stuff. Because it definitely doesn't feel really good whenever you go, you make your way through a level only to get to a boss that you just straight up know is not going to give you a stat up. Okay, one more floor. One more floor, then we can finally have our active item slot back. And again, there's nothing wrong with old Chad. It's just that if you're looking from a purely stat standpoint for a run, for any given run, it doesn't feel great to know, like, okay, well, this floor was just a big waste, especially if you got like a really bad, if you got a really bad item in the item room, or you got a nothing burger of a shop or a greed fight, for example. Some people would say that would make the game too easy. I don't see any problem with that, but if people want to play ultra hardcore, then then give them the option to play ultra hardcore. Let them just always take the. If you want to play hardcore and impress somebody, then take the static drop, but give people the option to have a little bit of fun in your game. I think that's too much to ask, right? It's still legal to say that word around here. Yeah, we need more bombs. First rooms, of course, we don't have to worry about the spikes, and Sanguine Bond is free, but we're probably not ever going to use it. If we do use it, we're going to have to drop the flat file, because it does remove the spikes from Sanguine Bond, which is not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit annoying to have to drop our trinket just to use an item, but c'est la vie. C'est la Isaac. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but I need the French mosh pit to rise up. People have been asking me about Godzilla Kong: The New Empire now that it's out on streaming services. Of course, you definitely should go see it, because it is absolutely a blockbuster and a half. I mean, it made over $500 million at the box office as a certified banger. And there's lots of stuff that happened in the movie that is just like, man, I just wish that we were seeing more Godzilla. But thankfully, because the movie did so well, we are getting another MonsterVerse movie, which is awesome. And the new director has already said that it's going to be more. It's basically the same thing that Adam Wingard, the director of the last three Kongs and Godzillas, or last two Kong and Godzillas. What he said, which was that we want more Godzilla-centric movies. I mean, his name is the marquee. That's no slight on King Kong fans out there. I know there's a little bit of a battle going on for some silly reason between kaiju fans and stuff, but the fact of the matter is that Godzilla is the bigger of the two names, and the fact that we don't see him as much as we'd like to, it's more Kong centric. As a Godzilla fan, is very disappointing. As a Kong fan, it's cool to see Kong being able to interact with other apes, and finally he gets to see, like, we get to see him like actually like communicate with his own kind and stuff. So, and that's really cool. But yeah, it's time for Godzilla to be back in Godzilla movies. That's why King of the Monsters was so great, because everything revolved around him. King of the Monsters was like kind of the goofy, cartoony, we're beefing this up and giving you all kinds of caricatures for like Godzilla movie. And then Godzilla Kong was the title fight that everyone was waiting for. The New Empire is like the tag team championship that everyone's waiting for. So the next one better be real good. And also, apparently, they're re-releasing Shin Godzilla in theaters, which is definitely something I'm going to have to go do and see, because I did not get a chance to see Shin Godzilla in the theater when it first came out in 2016. So, yeah, that is pretty dope, as the kids say. Actually, went a Blessed Penny there, but game had other ideas. There's our full card, which means that we obviously don't have to do boss rush now. Mama Mega absolutely blasting everything around us. You saw that the spikes are retracted there inside of the sack room. And the same thing is going to happen with Sanguine Bond. But let's see if Mama Mega... Let's see if Mama Mega's... If it was worth it for this value here. We want the chest here. Because the chest will most likely also have a key in it, so... There we go. We don't have to worry about the Mimic chest because, again, we have the flat file. And I gotta say that the choice to go for options on that first floor was very, very, very strong. Take the key here. It was the right call. We get a Tears upgrade from a golden chest that was inside of a tinted rock. Oh, wow. Okay. I forgot that they're totally immortal whenever they get hit by, you know, lethal damage. Go check the shop. Fortunately, she does destroy the donation machine. We didn't get a lot of money out of it anyway, and it's definitely not worth even talking about this shop because it's disappointing as always, as the last couple of shops have been so far. The membership shops have been way better, though. A lot more money. Destroying everything here. Mama Mega. Apologies to Jam Jar Boy, by the way. I do love that when he was still streaming and doing his slot stuff, that Jam Jar Boy, wow, that was just not worth it. Well, let's go back and go get the Soul of the Lost, I guess. So we don't have to pay HP for the devil deal. But I do love the fact that well, we can actually go play the Sack Room Shuffle. No, we can't. Because it's going to give us an angel deal, and I don't want angel deals. But that was one thing that I did find hilarious, was that people would actually go into his stream and say, "You're the Jam Jar Boy from the Invicta videos." And he originally, like, you know, he used to watch my videos all the time, and he'd always get a laugh at it. And it was funny whenever he made, like, meme of the day and stuff. But unfortunately, he doesn't stream anymore. He was a funny guy. I still talk to him every now and then, though. He's doing all right. Gonna take the negative because we just need some more damage here. We did get an angel deal. There's that. I want the Halo, but the Halo doesn't really give us a whole lot here at this point. I'm going to go with the Mind because I want mapping. EP's number 2 is just kind of whatever. And, yeah, Sanguine Bond has not done anything yet because we haven't gotten a devil deal. Yeah, this is why I wanted the Mind, though. The Mind is going to give us full mapping, including the blue map, treasure map, and compass. And, you know, I talked about the importance of being able to know exactly what you have on the floor, exactly where to go. Safety is held within knowledge, your surroundings and environment. And Isaac, and really anything in general. Bombs. We have 30 bombs now. I think we're good on bombs. I'm going to start taking keys here. Obviously, the damage upgrade from the negative is going to be very, very nice, combined with the multiplier from Magic Mush. Soul Heart we don't really need. Take it anyway. We'll take the Eternal Heart. Might as well. We can actually just bomb our way through a lot of the stuff, unless of course, like, we just don't have to do anything. That's fine. Fine too. And we got the bombs. Why not use them, right? To avoid stuff like that. We're gonna head first into the spiders. Yeah, we have scatter bombs. Now, if it was any other item other than like one of the top tier Angel Deal items, then I would have taken Halo all the way. The movement speed upgrade wouldn't matter. The tears rate wouldn't matter. The damage is nice, but still wouldn't really matter. And neither does the HP. So that's my logic behind taking the mine. Plus, I'm just, again, talking about how good mapping is in Isaac. It's more important for me to be able to know exactly where I need to go and where I need to stay away from versus basically only 2 of the 4 stats you get from Halo not doing anything. Why is this Skull-X? Why are you being so difficult here, bro? Just continue him there to shoot through the wall so we can get a hit at his tail. So he won't show his tail. And continues to not show his tail. Wow. Skull-X straight up just never showed us his tail. This has a vault. Plenty of HP to work with here. Another Eternal Heart, which I'm totally fine with. A long way to go. Intruder. Now, if we had taken Hive Mind, we would be 2 or 3 for. Wow, we would be 2 or 3 for Beelzebub, and flying would definitely be appreciated on this run. While it's not necessary, it would be appreciated. It was pinned. There's no reason for us at all not to go into the curse room here. Again, it's totally free. It's also adjacent to the secret room, so yeah, no good excuse to be lazy here. And what a secret room it was. And what a curse room it was. All right. There's your reason to never go to curse rooms. We'd use the Soul of the Lost to get that key if we really wanted to, but obviously. So I have a feeling at this point, we're just not ever going to see a double deal. That's the great tragedy of what happened on that first floor. Or second floor. I know people are like, well, you know, we had that whole week of Angel Deals and, you know, it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know about... We did have some good Angel Deal runs. It's the same old discussion, right? Every single time this comes up, we debate whether or not Angel Deals are really just truly worth it. I mean, I still firmly believe that Devil Deals are just categorically better in every possible way. They're just better than Angel Deals. Angel Deals have a couple of banger items. Obviously, one of my second favorite item in the game is Sacred Heart. I think it's a lot of people's favorite item. Oh, another Eternal Heart. What's going on here? But from a we gotta win standpoint, I want something that's gonna give me more. I want something that's gonna give me more consistent damage, a more consistent stat ups, rather than every now and then we get a good Angel Deal versus a whole lot of bad Angel Deals. I'm shooting through the wall there to get the easier shot on the eye lasers. It's a problem with slowing shots right there. It's, talking about last week when we had Sensor, seeing how the shots tend to overlap and just make an impenetrable wall that you just cannot dodge out of. Yep. And there it is. So Angel Deal with balance is fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Miraculously, we made Old Hushy, but we ain't gonna fight him. Not with these. Not with these items. Now, Shoal is definitely right up there for the top contender of most... What in the world is this map? I am not going to that Super Secret Room. I don't care what's in there. Super Secret Rooms also have to kind of prove themselves lately that they're worth it going in. We kind of got to go in the Curse Room. But, you know, I do wish that Angel Deals were just were just definitively better than Devil Deals, but they're just not. In my opinion, they're just not. Some people would argue that, you know, and they both have. So one of the most common questions I get whenever I'm streaming or in the comment section from newer players, they say, why do people always tend to go for Devil Deals instead of Angel Deals? I think Angel Deals are really cool. They've got neat items, and the design of the rooms and stuff look really cool. And you know, aren't angelic items fitting the theme of Isaac supposed to be better, more biblical, etc., etc. The main reason that most people live in this Devil Deal meta is because historically Devil Deals have always been more offensively based, and there's no way to argue against that. Now, as far as wackiness goes and cooler items, I will say that Repentance did add a lot of good things to Angel Deals, particularly speaking. You know, you got Revelation, you got Spirit Sword, you've got Salvation, Divine Intervention. Like they did really add a lot of really neat items to the Angel Deal pool, but that's all that they are. They're just neat. You know, some of the bigger damage upgrades that they did add in Repentance for Angel Deals, specifically speaking, we're talking about Immaculate Heart. It is a good damage upgrade, but then you have to deal with the shots swirling around you, and they're not consistent in any way. And inconsistency is your enemy in this game. I've said that since pretty much day one, since I knew what I was talking about. So, you know, to answer the newbie questions about why do people live in Devil Deal meta world, it's because of that. It's offense versus defense. You kill stuff in this game, they die, they can't deal any damage to you, and that's just safety. The best defense is a good offense. Finally, starting to get some tier effects here. Take Death's Touch. We don't need Cambion Conception. I guess we could take it with the Soul of the Lost. This is the first Devil Deal that we've taken on this entire run. I'm curious to know if you play the seed. Let me know what the item was, please. Man, Spooky Bombs plus Scatter Bombs is so strong. So strong. It's almost an amazing dodge up there. I'll take Guppy's head temporarily, then we will also take the nail. I could drop it in favor of doing the Sanguine Bond shuffle, but I'm not going to do that. Curse the Unknown. I know that we have plenty of HP, but it's a little too late for that. We may have to do a victory lap, though, because this run's finally starting to cook here. Like 38 minutes and 22 seconds into the video. I don't know how it missed that keeper, but... Hey, get me out of here. Yeah, the best defense is a good offense in Isaac. And it's nice to have a good defense as well. I mean, Angel Deals provide you with lots of protection, and that does fit the whole angel aesthetic, guardian angels, that sort of thing. You know, but a lot of the defensive stuff that you get in Angel Deals are like orbitals or just massive HP upgrades, like the body or the soul, which does have you, you know, it does give you a nice little bit of damage mitigation. You know, there are a couple of really good all stats ups, mainly the Halo, which we did pass on obviously in this run. But for the most part, there are way more offensive centric items in the Devil Deal. And that does tend to lead to better, more wacky runs because you're able to just absolutely curb stomp everything, and then you don't have to worry about them hurting you at all. And plus, the Guppy transformation is also in Devil Deal. So, and the only thing that Angel Deals really have is the Seraphim transformation, which is not a bad transformation, but it's certainly not to the level of Guppy. And that's the level of difference of disparity when we're talking about how good is one versus the other. why I dodged down there. Okay. Whenever the intruder comes out, it makes it very difficult to see where Isaac's hitbox is. There we go. Yeah, we'll do a victory lap. We haven't done one in a while. All right, I'm typing to Alex real quick. Apologies. Second seed is Romeo Tango Hotel Golf Mike Juliet Lima Alpha. He sent me the thumbnail for tomorrow's video, and I'm gonna ask him to put a little bit of color into it, a little bit. He's been going ham. We didn't need to bomb this, but I'm going to anyway. Yeah. You want to go in the shop though. He's going ham with the more intricate designs for the thumbnails, and they are true pieces of artwork, true art. And I don't think anyone's gonna argue with that. Alex does an amazing job. Very pleased with his work. And if you're not following him, definitely go give him a follow. All of his links can be found down below. It's just raining scythes right now. It's pretty metal. Yeah, we don't really need the chests right now. We got plenty of keys. We got plenty of money, plenty of bombs. Take the hearts though, just so we don't lose this bone heart. Use the nail here to get a little bit of an advantage on Ragman. Not that we needed it, of course. And we also get eye drops, which do actually break the tears cap. First loss doesn't really matter. It's floor 2. We shouldn't have too much of a difficulty finding where we need to go. Again, we don't really need the money. But if this is one of those min-maxy episodes that people would want, then obviously I'd be going for all the taps, going for every single judgment, every single temperance machine, everything. So notice how we were able to actually open up. We were actually able to open up that stone chest before options kicked off to see what was in it. And then we picked up on the steel chest, and the stone chest went away. Had anything dropped out of the stone chest, we still would have been able to get that without the other chest going away. Use the stars card. I don't know what we're going to give up here, though. Oh, eye drops. Okay. Astral projection and rune bag. Do not want Stompy. Another crawl space. Wait, didn't we just go down this crawl space, or is that the last floor? No, it was the last floor. Charge penny. I mean, it would give us more charge on our spacebar item, obviously, but like Flat File at this point is on the team. Like Flat File has done an amazing job. Who knows how much HP it's mitigated from us actually having to go into curse rooms. You know, there's just way more value that we've gotten out of being able to use the nail of all things a little bit more often. Again, not to say that nail is bad, especially now that we have car battery, but the nail is not one of those premier items that I would say, for the most part, exist in the spacebar world. Obremi Maw of the Void. Saw that shot. Which one of it was you? You know what? It doesn't matter. You're all going down. The Curse of the Maze. Yimpy? Definitely need to stock up on some keys. If anything, this run has been doing a very fantastic job at changing my opinion about options. We want First Row. First Row is going to give us a D6 effect. Crack the Skizzle, yes sir. Ace of clubs, ace of spades. We can use the ace of spades if we really, really wanted to, but probably won't come back for it. Yeah, options has been doing work for us. That was a solid call in that black market there to get options so early on too. Really saved us from being in the doldrums. I mean, we wouldn't be able to open chests or key or doors or anything with all these keys that we've been getting from options. So I'm definitely down for it. Oh, it's terrifying whenever you see all the spooky bombs do that. I wasn't trying to go into the temperance machine. I looked away for half a second at Discord while we were walking because I thought that we were just going to be pressing up against the judgment, and then we ran right into the temperance machine. I'm not going to waste my Perthrow rune on the shop here. It's way more value once I have a devil deal. Jesus Juice, which is another very nice damage upgrade. And yeah, we can take Succubus. I also totally forgot to use Crack the Skizzle with car battery. Too focused on making dumb mistakes. Really the last week or so has been rough. People have been noticing, have been noticing that I've been playing distracted a little bit, which I'll partially agree with. I mean, there's lots of stuff going on right now. Obviously, like, not in my house, but well, there is lots of stuff going on in my house, but nothing that distracts me. It's just everything else that's going on is quite wonky right now. A very odd time that we're living in. There's still lots of people without power. Mark is one of them. He hasn't been able to do Pokemon breaks or anything like that, because he's got to tend to his family, obviously, and take care of the generator and the animals, all this kind of stuff. So it's been bad. Wow, that's a lot of bombs. I thought about for half a second re-rolling this room here, but it's still better, especially with us having a guppy item already. It's still way better for us to just re-roll a devil deal. I love the fact that we have piercing shots and spectral tears thanks to Continuum and Death's Touch. I mean, Tiny Toma's, again, it's kind of a whatever item. It would be cool if Tiny Toma actually like attracted spiders and stuff. As in like blue spiders, like it drug them out of the walls and stuff, kind of like Keeper's Kin does. Load up on soul hearts here. Wooden key, meh. Don't need keys that bad. I don't even know where I am right now. Where I am. Walk out, walk back in. Oh, it was another turret. You would think those turrets would deactivate after you clear the room. There you go. Insta dunk there from Crack the Skizzle. The Holy Mantle. And we'll just on down. I mean, look, eventually you're going to have to give us the devil deal again, game. If not on this floor, then the next floor, you actually have to. So how long it takes for us to get to that point is up to you, but we're getting a devil deal. As far as it being a devil deal that we can take, well, that's a different story. And options is really, really carrying right now for our consumables. Look, I know I said I wanted some tier effects earlier, but I do not want fruitcake tier effects. I want ones that, like, I don't have to worry about exploding or give me, well, explosions. Could have bombed our way in here, but it doesn't really matter. I am going to bomb the keeper just so we can get a little bit of a better chance to get a devil deal. Spooky bombs and dude, I don't even know what happened in this room. The spooky bomb and scatter bomb combo, it can be very, very easily used against bosses if we needed to. You just spam bombs, sit in the corner, especially if you have flying, and then just sit back and let the damage roll in. But obviously we don't need to do that, thankfully. Got this here, make sure there's no sides flying out of nowhere. Another HP upgrade, sure. We're at 93 cents. We can get to 99 if we really wanted to. Soul of Cain. Sure. Not gonna be in here, but sure. Cool card. By it, I mean the Ultra Seeker room. %, failure. Look, you can't say I didn't call this. I already saw the writing on the wall. The game is going to deliberately try to not give us a devil deal here. And when we do get a devil deal on this floor, it's going to be Krampus. 100%, 100,000%, million%. Definitely Krampus. Yeah, I mean, you know it, I know it. I'm just saying what we're all thinking. You get D-Bizzle from Cammy Conception, which is nice, especially with little Chisel. D-Bizzle and little Chisel. Tag team duo of the world right there. We can save 2 keys by bombing into the vault. And thank God we did. That wasn't even worth the bomb that we used to get in there. Yeah, we have scatter bombs. It would be nice if scatter bombs did not deal friendly fire damage. Admiration. So we would have had Hive Mind had I taken, or we would have had Beelzebub had I taken Hive Mind, and we just get Hive Mind anyway. 9 volt. And we are going to not only be able to instant dunk Mom, but easily instant dunk Boss Rush should it come to that if we need to do Boss Rush. Do we need to do it? No, we don't need to do any of this. But are we gonna? I mean, again, it really kind of just depends on whether or not the quality of the devil deal is worth it or not. We finally get our devil deal. And it's not Krampus, so I take that back. I apologize, Isaac. I am going to... Oh, no, we can't because it removed the spikes. Never mind. I was going to play Sanguine Bond, but... Guppy's Collar and also the Blood Oath. I mean, Shard of Glass did some work for us last week as well, but it ain't do Boss Rush good, you know? Especially on a run where we're curb stomping everything now. Excuse me. Get the luck upgrade there, no problem at all. Please. Being 2 or 3 for Guppy now. Where am I? Dude, I as soon as we get hit and the intruder comes out, I legitimately lose all sight of Isaac, especially thanks to astral projection. That's one of the big problems whenever you have continuum and a lot of damage. We could play... Well, before we go do the Sacrum Shuffle, let's see if we get a Devil Deal here first. I don't want to take away our chance of getting Flying and the Guppy transformation just because we're playing the Sacrum Shuffle when we can simply just do that after the boss. Crack the Skizzle. You finally get another Tears up. Oh my gosh. This was our damage without max Tears, by the way. Athame getting its revenge on Matriarch. We don't get a Devil Deal. No surprise there. Okay, so I'm going to drop Flat File. So we have Spikes back up again now. And we're going to go full tap here. Gimpy. I'm going to try not to pick up any Soul Hearts right now. Heart there is nice, although D-Bizzle just robbed it from us. We get Void. The Void will allow us to at least void 2 key pieces and also crack the Skizzle. Oh, Gimpy going off. Damage really is not... It's surprisingly, like, tame, comparatively speaking, to what you would think it would be with Magic Mush and stuff. I'm going to avoid Crack the Sky and the 2 key pieces just for stats. Again, it tears up again a whole bunch of damage, even though that was us standing inside of the Succubus Aura. We have an immediate full charge that we can use for whatever other item pedestal that we want to find. If I was min-maxi, I'd be playing that Judgment just to get ourselves an HP upgrade, just to turn into stats. But again, it's unnecessary for this run. With the combination of D-Bizzle and Little Chisel, I don't think that we're going to need to play a Judgment. But if we end up losing because of that, then, you know, it's 100% my fault. That's always been the downfall. It's not really hubris, but it's been like we're probably being a little bit too cocky here. Also, I forgot to get the Flat File, which people probably bet on and won. It's fine. I mean, you knew I was gonna do it, so. Bizzle. It does suck too, because we do need to get into the first room. The last possible Guppy item. Well, the heart's there for D-Bizzle from Little Chisel. The Empress. Now, the reverse Empress card is going to give us 2 HP that we can use for a Devil Deal. And we obviously want the red chest, and there's our token Krampus fight. Lava Coal would have been huge. Get a Soul Heart from the Krampus fight at least. Or at least the Krampus room. Krampus didn't give us anything, but Krampus's room did. I'm only doing that just to get down to Polar Invincibility. In case if we need the emergency backup. We literally don't need Ansys. I will take the reverse Empress card because if anything, it gives us... We just got Guppy. I was going to say, if anything, it gives us the chance to get a Devil Deal. Now we got Guppy, so now it doesn't matter. We can drop the left hand now for all we care. Thank you, left hand. Finally doing some work for us. Oh, yeah. Better hurry, D-Bizzle. All right. Yeah, don't ever do that again, D-Bizzle. Don't ever replace our consumable slot with the Suicide King. Don't ever do that. That's grounds for termination right there, son. So obviously, with us having Hive Mind now, the Guppy damage is going to be even more crazy. That was nice to be Wrath. Wrath knew exactly where I wanted to go. Somehow we actually cleared that room. I don't know how. We have so many tiers that it's just, and with Continuum, it's just flying through the walls. So we don't really even have to aim anymore. A lot of hearts. Bizzle swing and a miss. But Penny is not terrible. But this is all, I mean, this is all just after the fact. Like the win is an afterthought here at this point. We're going to get the dub. It was a very strong run. Obviously, the big takeaway from all this is make sure if you have a cluster of mushrooms, bomb them, because you're missing out on possibly just an absolute run-defining change of pace for yourself. And this run was never like, we never got in any trouble. We didn't have a bad start or anything like that. It was just a solid run all around. But we made good decisions. We got lucky. And, you know, it's going to be an easy slam dunk from here. Although I would like to see our damage be a little bit higher. This is just me being greedy, but... Wow, Parasitoid. Yeah. I'm going to avoid everything else in here just for stats. We did get a tears up. We didn't get a damage up, though. Apollyon. Parasitoid with Hive Mind Guppy is just going to shred everything. We took Big Fan, that would be Beelzebub. Aquarius is there, but I'm not going to let the Mimic Chest get its way. As soon as all those spiders and flies drop down, it's GG. But come by the Twitch stream if you've been missing the Mosh Pit streams, missing live Isaac, live Pokemon openings, live Lorcana openings, and obviously I've been playing a lot of the First Ascendant. So yeah, I mean, it's been a good time. It's always a great time to be in the Mosh Pit, but you know, especially when I'm playing different games other than Isaac, people tend to stick around longer because they're so used to me playing this one game that when I play something else, originally. People are a little turned off by the fact I'm not playing Isaac, but they still stick around anyway just to see, like, you know, well, how's the commentary translate, or how's this personality translate to a different game? And then they end up staying even longer because they actually like it. So who knows? You might get a little different flavor of the week. If you are getting sick of Isaac, or if you just want to see me play something different, or just even do something different, then come by twitch.tv/Invicta. Also, stop by my TikTok. Invicta Official. I'm still looking for a good editor who knows something about Isaac. That's one big thing, is that I have tried out a couple other editors for TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and they do a great job, but they don't play Isaac and they don't know anything about Isaac, so it makes it very difficult to kind of convey to an editor, like, hey, this is a really big, impactful moment in this run. I need it to really pop. And they just don't understand why, you know, and I'm not going to explain the entire game to them. So, yeah, once I find a good editor who has very good knowledge of Isaac, you'll be seeing a lot more. So it's over at tiktok.com/Sinvicta Official. I only have a few TikToks out right now, but again, I'm going to make a more concerted effort to get more stuff out of there on the TikToks. I think that is what the kids call them. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like these pages of mine like G-Ben Gaijin, Katie Bobady, and Eric Mantow. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of the Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.